Hello and welcome to a review of the latest offerings from Gentle Giant. We've got two mini busts here. Basically we've got Mandalorian from the TV show and Sith Trooper from the Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, basically this is the first Mandalorian bust. There are actually two out. The other one's a Beskar version, which is a was a Comic Con exclusive. Obviously now it's just being sold through normal channels. But this is the one in the in his original armour, which I think was in the first few episodes. So yeah, basically standard Gentle Giant box. I don't think this has really altered much in years. I think the only addition now is the Diamond Select Toys logo on the bottom there. Obviously they took over, bought out Gentle Giant a couple of years ago. But yeah, I think that's the only difference really. Oh, we've got a Disney Plus logo on the bottom there as well, which again is new. Some nice art on the back. I'm not sure if that's one of the concept pieces. Limited to 3,000 pieces, so that's about standard for Gentle Giant these days. I think there was a point where the numbers were dropping like really low, like below 100, like sometimes 600-700, and that was obviously before Diamond Select took over. So I think basically the numbers have gone up with Diamond Select and the price has come down slightly. I mean, it's not quite where Gentle Giant busts were back in the day when you were paying about £40. We're still looking £100 plus, but that, I think before the buyout they were sort of hitting £150 or more. So it's definitely been sort of in it. I think the buyout's been in the favour, and the release rate does seem to have upped slightly. I mean, there seemed to be coming out in a fairly timely fashion, whereas in the old days you were looking delays of like a year or more. Yeah, Sith Trooper again, pretty standard packaging again. This is an edition of about 2,000, so slightly lower on this one. I think obviously there's going to be less demand for this than the Mandalorian. So here we have the Mandalorian bust. Again, this is the Mark 1 armour. It's to say it's a pretty weighty, sort of sizable piece really, very impressive. We've got obviously the flame effect there, which I'd say is the only piece to be sort of watch out for when you're taking it out of the box. But yeah, there's some real weight in this. As I say, it's the worry when Diamond Select took over was they were going to start using there's a lot of busts are made out of a cheaper, I think, resin material, which is very lightweight, and there was a worry Diamond Select would start making the busts like that, but they have still stuck to the polystone. So yeah, that, as I say, very nice piece that. As I say, I'm mulling over getting the Beskar one. It's just, I think it's a case of not, obviously with Series 2 of the TV show coming up, there's a chance there could be even more sort of different sets of armour. Even, I suppose you could eventually see, they could do a version where they show his face, so I may hold off for a while to see what other versions they do, because obviously I certainly haven't got the time or the money or space to be sort of invested in every sort of single version. So we've got the Sith Trooper here. Now, as you can see, I would say this looks a bit undersized compared to the Mandalorian. Yeah, there's just something, even when you put it next to the First Order Stormtroopers, it just looks just too small. I don't know why this is why it's come out like this. I've noticed it the odd time before with Gentle Giant busts where they just seem slightly out of scale for no sort of particular reason. Obviously, I'm not exactly sure how big these were in the film, but I don't think there was any reason for them to be any smaller than, say, a standard stormtrooper. So I mean, yeah, it's that was a slight disappointment, but other than that, I think it's an impressive bust. I don't think these got an awful lot of screen time in the film. I mean, they were in the publicity material and all the promotions. They obviously featured quite heavily, but in the end, there were, I think they were barely glimpsed in it, really. But yeah, as I say, a nice piece, and I know, although certainly there's been a lot of negative reaction to the Rise of Skywalker, as I say, pretty much a bit unjustified in my opinion, but I think it's put some of the licensees off doing products, when I think in fact there certainly is demand for some further Rise of Skywalker products. I don't think it should be sort of just written off and forgotten about. But yeah, as I say, two pieces that I'm very pleased to add to my collection. As I say, this is a first in my hopefully ongoing series of YouTube reviews. So basically, it's a bit of a sort of, it's been a bit thrown together, but so yeah, please cut me some slack for that. But hopefully, as time goes on, things will get a bit more slick. So yeah, thanks for watching.